properly, and let's begin. So today we're gonna is it recording? Yeah, okay. So we're talking about manufacturing of paper. So $23,920 worth of money is made per year, and $908,000 is a ton of money. So a ton of paper takes out 24 trees. 80,000 to 16,000 trees are cut down per year. So 16,000 divided by 24 is 6,666.6667 tons of paper is made every day. Wait, yeah, every day. So in a year, 2,433,333.33 tons of paper is made, and 58,400,000 trees are cut down. And this is per year over here. And wait, hold on. Did I skip a slide? Okay, tree cutting started back in the year 1850. So tree cutting has been going on for 117 years, which means 9,928,000,000 trees were cut down since the beginning of its starting. So I find that's way too much, even for 200 years ago. I mean, it's 9 billion, almost 10 billion. So there's a good side to this. We know that now we know that if trees are still living in our planet, it is growing trees pretty well. But that does not mean it does not need help. Plant a tree every day to help the earth. There are approximately 3.04 trillion trees in the world. And here's a fun fact: 228 billion trees grew in the United States alone. So
You want to hear another fun fact?
Yeah.
The amount of trees we cut down 170 years ago is more than the amount of humans that live on Earth today.
Wow, that's interesting. All right. So I guess we could go back here and we could talk about more about the topics here.
It took 170 years to cut down at least 10 billion trees. Okay.
All right.
But with the rising population of the Earth's planet, there will be a much higher need for paper. So which means that number might double in 20 years. Meaning in 20 years, at least 18 billion trees might be cut down in a 20-year span.
That's interesting.
Good man.
So
Good man.
if Alia was reading,
Should I read?
all right. I'm gonna select a piece to read. Hold on, let me see. Oh, that's not.
I'll read the whole thing if you want.
All right. You could skip the first line. Read what's selected.
Okay. There are two main methods of producing paper: a manual process and a machine-dependent process. Regardless of the process used in the manufacturing of the paper, the pulp is an essential component. In making of pulp, a significant number of trees are cut down. The main consideration in determining the number of trees that are cut down is whether the pulp mill relies on a chemical or a mechanical pulping process. Industry experts indicate that while using the chemical pulping to produce 1 ton of printing paper, approximately 24 trees are required. The 24 trees would have to be a combination of softwood and hardwood trees, each up to 50 feet tall with a diameter of roughly 6 to 8 inches. It is believed that the chemical pulping process, often referred to as the Kraft pulping process, is highly inefficient. It is highly inefficient due to a large number of trees used in making a ton of paper. The mechanical pulping process is exceptionally more efficient than the Kraft pulping process since it uses fewer trees to make 1 ton of paper. The mechanical pulping process utilizes at least 12 trees, which are a mixture of hardwood and softwood trees.
So I guess what this saying is paper isn't made of the wood, it's made of the wood pulp. So what do they do with the wood? Can anybody tell me? in the meanwhile, while all you're answering, so we got the wood build with the remaining wood. Yeah, you could do that. That's one thing you could do. So as we said, the wood pulp is used to make paper. So there process the wood for manufacturing products such as furniture. They could make stuff like pencils, wooden desks, or even cupboards in your house, right? So this is important. You need to recycle paper so you don't waste the trees. There's something called an eraser, if you didn't know. And if you're writing with pencil, you could erase the stuff on the page so you don't waste the paper. That's just a thing if you didn't know. Okay.
Fun fact, a lot of people don't actually use erasers. They just rip up the paper and throw it away.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why we have to recycle. It's like, it's wasting the paper. Yeah. But I'm not saying to erase your schoolwork. I'm not saying that. All right. All right. So, who wants to read this?
I'll go again if no one else would.
Let's wait a bit to see if anyone else will go. All right, go ahead, Aiden.
All right. The paper making process has been criticized extensively by environmentalists since it contributes to pollution. Paper making has an impact on the environment because it destroys trees in the process. According to data from the Global Forest Resource Assessment, roughly 80,000 to 16,000 trees are cut down each day around the world, with a significant percentage being used in the paper industry. The major impact of the constant deforestation is the change in global climatic patterns. Apart from deforestation, the paper manufacturing industry also contributes to air pollution.
All right, we
in the
can stop there for a bit. So we just found a bunch of problems here that the making of paper does. It contributes to pollution. There's a lot of stuff that happens. Deforestation, global climatic changes, air pollution. It's a lot that goes on. Continue.
This is just fun fact. This is also just from cutting down 80,000 to 16,000 trees, and we normally cut down like millions of trees in like a year. So that's very bad. Okay.
Continue.
Okay. In the United States, paper industries accounted for roughly 20% of the air pollution in 2015. Paper manufacturing also contributes significantly to water pollution in 2050. The Canadians government estimated that the nation's paper industry accounted for 5% of the waste disposed into the nation waterways. Data indicates that the production of 1 ton of paper contaminates nearly 20,000 gallons of water.
So as we can see, 20% of the air pollution for 2015, only by one continent, or was it country? I think it was country. So only by this one place, it took out 20%. It made 20% of the air pollution for 2015. That's crazy. So as you can see, paper can lead to water pollution as well, and it's 20,000 gallons of water it's contaminated by 1 ton of paper. That's crazy stuff. And the history of paper making. Now, does anybody remember the year that
1850.
Yep, that's correct. Wow. Okay, wow. So who wants to read this here? Does anybody want to read this?
I will read Sabir.
All right.
Historical evidence indicates that the Chinese were the first society to develop a method to make pulp. Archaeologists indicate that the most ancient pieces of paper ever collected were from China. From the 2nd century BCE, one of the people created with the one of the people credited with the development of paper making in China was Kylon, a eunuch in the court of the Han Dynasty. Although the process of making paper traces its roots to the Chinese, it was refined by the Islamic societies who came up with machines to make vast amounts of paper. Today, China and the United States are the largest producers of pulp and paper in the world.
All right.
So I would say,
Continue.
if there are 3 trillion trees remaining on the planet, so according to latest stats, at least 7 billion trees are cut down every year, 7 billion. And what if there's 3 trillion trees remaining on Earth, within a 400-year span, all those trees would disappear.
All right. So, where was it? Let's say this word again.
I agree, sir. It could still release carbon dioxide into its atmosphere.
Eunuch in the court of
It's eunuch. It's pronounced eunuch. All right. So paper is arguably one of the most important items that human society has ever invented, as it contributed significantly to later technological advancements. In the process of making paper, trees are the most critical raw materials. It is estimated that 24 trees to make 1 ton of standard office paper, which we covered before. And yeah, I think.
I'm sorry.
Huh?
How long do we have for the meeting again?
Hold on. All right, let's just read.
Yeah, what
15
time limits?
Let me just
15
read some of these
15
fun facts in the chat here.
Yeah.
Fun fact, the lead found in your pencil can be dangerous to your health, as well as the eraser in your pencil. Also, if there's a dead tree in your environment, it can be harmful to the earth since it would still be producing and exposing carbon dioxide, since they wouldn't able to do their photosynthesis since they are not alive. Interesting. All right, cool. And yeah, let's just think about something. China created came up with the idea to make the paper, and they also possibly caused COVID. Just think about that. I'm not putting any bad side on China, but just think about that. All right. They caused
Or it didn't
deforestation.
necessarily come up with COVID, it kind of just happened.
Yeah, I know. All right. So does anybody else have any ideas of what to do for the rest of this meeting? You know what we could do? We could
What's that?
we could react to an interactive. Let's see if all you remember lesson 1 on the channel.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
All right, so let me see if I could move this around. Okay, so I'm gonna go here on the Green Village channel. Switch account to Green Village channel. Green Village official. My channel. We will be adding more interactives. So let's start this interactive and see if all you could answer any questions. Put your answers in the chat and we'll choose the majority of the votes. All right, let's go.
Hello, we need your help. The earth is dying out and it is our job to sustain air, but your job to help us. So quick, how much
Okay, the sound is shared.
pounds of air does a tree clean per year?
All right. So how many pounds of air? Is it around 10 tons or around 48 tons?
48 tons.
48 tons.
So we got 248 tons. All right. Let me see. Okay. All right,
That's
everybody.
true.
All right, let's see if 48 tons is right. And let's see. Oh shoot, copyrighted music. I think I might have to meet. Oh wait, no, it's not copyrighted. We got it right, dude. Got it right. All right. So, the death of humans and animals unless they solve the problem of sprays, etc., going up into the atmosphere. moving on to the next problem. Is the trees the best way? No or yes? What do you say? No or yes? Well, you say no or yes for the. Okay, there's one yes. What about the rest of all? Yeah, no or yes?
I'd say
Is the trees
probably
the
not.
best way? Can you
Probably
repeat that?
Probably not.
All right, we got one yes, one no. Let's do a wheel. Let's do a wheel then, if we have equal answers here. Oh God, dumb privacy errors. Oh my God. Okay. Hopefully one of these work. Okay. This seriously isn't working. Okay, this one should work. All right. So the choices are no and yes. All right, let's see. Wait, why didn't the answers change? Okay, let's just say it's yes. All right, let's say it's yes. All right, let's say the answer is yes. Let's see if we got it right.
Yes.
All right. All right, so I think we got it wrong, but let's do this once. Wait, did it just loop? Hold on. Okay, it wasn't correct. Yeah. So the question is, okay. So, do earthquakes relate with plates or the moon? Both is
Well,
also
Sabir, I would
correct.
say both.
Okay, both.
Plates.
Sabir, before I start the next, I would like to explain why I would say both. Because the moon has a magnetic pull on the Earth. If you catch what I'm saying, I think the moon actually makes the Earth stabilize in orbit. It's like an even pull from the sun and the moon. Meaning that without the moon, I think the Earth's orbit might shift or move.
All
But
right.
tides will no longer exist.
All right. So trees are
Oh
actually
yeah, the moon is important.
trees are actually not the best way. There are better ways.
That's right.
So we got CO2 emissions, the sun or factory gas. What do you say?
Factory gas.
Factory gas.
Factory gas.
All right. Gas released by factories into the atmosphere. Yeah. All right. So this is what we learned in lesson 1. All right. So here's what we learned. All right. So we learned one tree cleans at least 48 pounds of air per year. Trees are not the best way to clean the air. CO2 emissions, factory gas produced into the atmosphere. Try to fix CO2 emissions by using less sprays. Deforestation is the clearing of trees from a forest. All right. All right, so that was the interactive. We got 5 minutes, so who wants to give a summary of what we did?
I would say that we learn the massive amount of trees that are cut down each year to manufacture something that we rely on desperately.
All right,
And I think we could use it online. We could use email to send instead of writing a letter. I mean, there are some benefits of paper, but I would say online may be the better thing. Like write an email or something. What would you guys say?
I learned a lot today. We learned that cutting on trees is actually way worse than we thought. And we learned a lot about, yeah, we basically learned a lot about trees.
So we got 4 minutes left. Okay, so we got 4 minutes left. And so since we have 4 minutes left, we're gonna do a recap of this. So does anybody else have a
So
recap of what we did?
before we leave, I would say we planted 55 trees so far. We didn't quite reach our record of 100 trees, but we did good.
Yeah.
So everybody keep planting.
All right, so we got 3 minutes left.
Even if it's
So-
a short-term plants, just plant it.
We
If
got
you do a
3
lot more, then it's good.
We got 3 minutes left. Does anybody else have a summary of what we did? Honestly, I would say what we did basically was paper is it comes from the pulp of trees, not exactly from the wood. And yeah, that's
Okay. So we'll end here. Bye, everybody.
wait 3 minutes. All right. So people are joining in now apparently. And all right, so before we go, have a good day and a good week.
Oh, wait,
Weekend.
Sabri, hold up. Can you upload? Actually, hello, Eliana. You joined a little bit late. We're about to end now. You could just watch the replay. Okay.
All right.
And
So
Karen, you could watch the replay on the YouTube channel. Okay.
all right,
I have no
everybody.
clue who's A.
Everybody have a good day and weekend as well. And be sure to like and subscribe and click that bell to never miss another episode of the Green Nerds organization, and share with your friends to see what they think and if they want to join the Green Nerds organization. And remember, conserve the things you have at home that is made of trees. Bye everyone. Have a good weekend and have a great day.
Bye.
All right, so don't only conserve things at home, make sure to conserve everything.
Sabir.
Yeah.
Let's send me the recording now.
All right, I'm gonna stop recording. All right. I'm gonna stop recording. It might take like 10 seconds. All right. All right, I'm gonna stop recording now.